It's time for today's Bulldog Conversation, presented by the Samford Sports Network.
I'm sitting with Lavone Warren. She is the Assistant Dean at Samford's Cumberland School of Law. It's great to sit here with you actually in the courtroom of the law school. You're the Assistant Dean, which means you have plenty of responsibilities, but one of those is the continuing education program, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Cumberland offers a number of continuing legal education courses for lawyers. Each year, lawyers in Alabama are required to get 12 hours of continuing education credits in order to maintain their license with the Alabama State Bar.
Okay.
So to facilitate that, and also because we think that continuing education is just part of the process of legal education, it seems appropriate that a law school should provide that continuing education. We offer a number of day-long courses for lawyers.
Are they just day-long courses, or do you offer them throughout the time, maybe just 1-2 hours at a time, or how do the classes usually stack up?
It varies. Most of our programs are day-long programs on Fridays. We have a couple that are a day and a half, and then we do occasional evening programs where they might last an hour or 2 hours, where lawyers can come after work. And last year we actually had some that were specifically designed for our recent graduates that were more focused on building a law practice and on practice management.
And now, mentioning recent graduates, do you have to be a Cumberland Law graduate in order to participate in these courses?
Oh no, in fact we send brochures advertising or promoting our programs to all members of the Alabama State Bar, and our speakers at our seminars, who are the members of the faculty, are usually not actually the law school faculty but practicing lawyers who do it on a volunteer basis, and they are from a number of different law schools. We're very fortunate that we have a lot of Cumberland alumni who volunteer to participate, and they have tremendous expertise in a wide range.
And you know, when they're volunteering, it means that they want to be there and they want to invest in the people that come, and versus if you just pay them.
They do, and we're very fortunate that lawyers in our community have a sense of obligation to their profession. So they view it as part of their responsibility as a member of the profession to help improve the profession and to provide continuing education to lawyers.
Now, I'm sure you cover a lot of topics in these courses that lawyers can take. What are some of, maybe, I guess, the more popular ones? What are some that you cover?
Well, they cover a wide range of topics. Some are just sort of a general selection of topics where we might have updates, recent case law developments. Some are very focused on a particular area of practice. For instance, we have an annual health law seminar. That attracts not only lawyers but sometimes nurses and hospital administrators. We have an annual bankruptcy seminar that's very popular, workers' compensation, negotiation programs. So we do try to cover a range of areas of practice, like employment law, things like that, that lawyers need to be familiar with, updates, recent case law developments, procedural changes, to help them represent their clients better.
A rainbow of sorts, you could say.
It is.
Now, you mentioned the lawyers, they're supposed to take 12 hours, I think, within a year, you said. Other than that, why is it important that they get these courses, these continuing education courses?
Well, we think it helps them to provide better services to their clients. And obviously, law is one of those areas that changes daily. There are new regulations, there are new laws adopted, there are cases decided every day in the appellate courts, and lawyers have to be familiar with those changes so they can provide responsible representation for their clients. So we try to help them identify those areas and then provide programming so it'll help them provide better legal services.
And I'm sure with it changing all the time, you get different courses, and those change over time as well to keep up with the current issues that are happening in law.
Well, that's right. A number of the programs, for instance, we have an employment law seminar that we do annually. And we have a group of lawyers in the Birmingham community who help us plan that program. So they have been identified because they have expertise in that area of practice, and they help us to figure out what are the current issues, what are the things that lawyers who practice in this field really need to understand and know about, and that's how we identify the topics each year for that seminar.
Great. Well, now in closing, how can someone learn a little bit more about this continuing education program?
Well, that's really easy, because if you just go to the Samford website and you actually click on the law school, when you get to the law school's webpage, there's a little tab at the top that says CLE. And so if you click on that tab, it has a list of our continuing education programs, and we also offer online courses for CLE credit as well, and there's a link to those courses.
And they can find out all about those courses from there.
That's right.
Great. Well, that is all the time we have. Again, I'm sitting with Ms. Lavone Warren. She is the Assistant Dean at Samford's Cumberland School of Law. Thank you.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Bulldog Conversation with Nathan Troost. The Adventure Bus Charter's halftime show continues in a moment. This is the Samford Sports Network.